Today, we're sharing the story of Daniel Cohn, the day he realized Social Security wouldn't save him. Stay connected.
This week on Freedom Friday, we talk about the moment when many immigrants finally wake up. The moment they realize Social Security alone won't protect you in retirement. That promise of a safety net after a lifetime of hard work? It often turns out to be a myth, especially for those who started their American journey later in life. Meet Daniel. Daniel came to the U.S. At 43, he was full of hope, ready to work for his piece of the American dream. He got a steady job at a factory, clocked in and out every day, and never missed a tax payment. He believed in the system. He was told that if he worked hard and contributed, Social Security would be there for him when he was ready to rest. But at 62, as he started planning for retirement, he noticed something deeply unsettling. He pulled up his Social Security estimate online, and the numbers staring back at him were shockingly low. They were barely enough to survive, let alone thrive. The dream he had worked 2 decades for suddenly felt fragile. One evening, after a long shift, Daniel sat alone at his simple kitchen table. The house was quiet, the only light coming from the lamp above him, casting long shadows across the room. He held the official benefits letter from the Social Security Administration. His hands trembled slightly as he opened it. The numbers on the paper confirmed his worst fears. His heart sank. After 20 years of relentless, back-breaking work, his projected monthly check wouldn't even cover the rent for his modest apartment. All the sacrifices, all the overtime, all the years away from his family back home, it all led to this? A future where he would be forced to choose between food and shelter. The feeling of betrayal was immense. That night, something shifted inside him. The initial shock and despair gave way to a powerful, clarifying realization. Depending on a single source of income, especially one controlled by a system he couldn't influence, is incredibly dangerous. Hope is not a retirement strategy. He had been passively waiting for a promise to be fulfilled. But now he understood that real security doesn't come from a government program. It comes from having a plan, a strategy you build and control yourself. He needed to take charge of his own financial destiny. Instead of giving up, instead of sinking into despair, Daniel made a quiet but firm promise to himself right there at his kitchen table. "I will build my own freedom," he whispered to the empty room. "Even if I start late, I will not be a victim of this system. I will create my own security." A new fire was lit within him. The fear was still there, but now was overshadowed by a powerful sense of determination. He grabbed a notepad and a pen, opened his laptop, and for the first time typed, "How to build financial freedom," into the search bar. His journey was just beginning. Daniel's transformation started with small, manageable steps. He devoured information about personal finance. He started by putting just $250 a month into a simple, low-cost index fund. It wasn't a lot, but it was a start. Next, he focused on building a safety net. He opened a high-yield savings account and relentlessly saved until he had a 6-month emergency fund. A cushion that gave him his first real taste of peace of mind. He learned about retirement accounts and opened his very first IRA, contributing whatever he could. He even turned his hobby of fixing things into a small side hustle, selling refurbished tools on weekends. Each small action was a brick, and he was building a fortress of financial independence, one brick at a time. 4 years later, Daniel is not a millionaire. He doesn't drive a fancy car or live in a mansion. But when you see him, you see a man who is at peace. He walks with a new confidence. He smiles more freely. He no longer carries the heavy weight of worry about his future. Why? Because he is no longer dependent on a single paycheck from the government. He has his Social Security, yes, but he also has his investments, his savings, and his small business income. He built multiple streams of income. He now owns his freedom. The system doesn't own him. His story is a powerful reminder for all of us, especially those of us building a new life in a new country. Your financial freedom doesn't depend on the government, on your employer, or on anyone else. It depends on you. It depends on your choices and your consistency. It's never too late to begin. You can start today. You can start small. The most important thing is that you just start. If Daniel's story inspired you, follow our channel for more Freedom Friday stories. We share practical tools and real-life examples to help you build financial freedom and take control of your future in the US and Canada. Thanks for watching.